Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly reading for Cancer. How are you guys? Ooh, I have a couple of cards wanting to come out. Okay, someone here is not budging. Someone's not budging or moving, so we have a person walking away. It's not emotionally fulfilling when you're dealing with someone who's selfish or stubborn. So we have someone seeking something new. Yeah, I see new love. Someone's moving forward here. Beautiful. Movement forward. No more looking back here. I see a spark, attraction. There's desire for love. Yeah, I see a passionate new beginning. Someone's walking right in the direction, right where they need to go. Yeah, getting out, socializing here. Yeah, someone's getting themselves out there. I see good news. There's some kind of get-together or gathering here. Yeah, you're moving right towards the King of Cups. Someone in your social circle. Someone here desires love. They're seeking the same thing you are, Cancer. Somebody with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. I see. Yeah, I mean, they could really be anyone. We'll see. Because often it's just an energy of someone who's emotionally available. See, you're walking right towards this person here. Okay. There's going to be a spark attraction. They're in your social circle, online dating or social media. Yeah, let's have a look at this Four of Earth. Yeah, walking away from someone who won't budge and give in. This is someone who's also focused on something else here. They're not moving. Yeah, some of you are moving towards emotional fulfillment. You're likely seeing the bigger picture. This looks like you have a person who's still focused on someone else. Yeah. Yeah, so you're let it be known. See, this is telling you, let it be known that you're open. Let people know, even on your social media, hey, I'm open. I'm available. Yeah, so you're getting yourself out there. Gorgeous. Let's have a look at the Ace of Fire. Yeah, there's opportunity here. I think you got a person here who has other options. Like I say, this is somebody here, I feel, you're probably going to be looking at this in time because you're seeing opportunity by getting yourself out there. See, this is someone who isn't ready to get out there. They're just kind of stuck. I think they're holding on to someone else who they think is the one. Yeah. Seven of Cups shows opportunity. Yeah, look at that. See, opportunity. Yeah, see, keeping those options open. Some of you don't even realize probably that you have some around you. Look at that. King and Queen of Cups. Let's have a look at the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, or the Three of Water. Yeah, see, some sort of get together with people. It could be someone close by, your neighborhood. There's opportunity here. Okay. Yeah, some of you wanted this opportunity with this person, I feel, but I do think you're going to look and seek out other options because what you're seeking, someone else is seeking. Yeah. You're going to go right towards this person. Let's have a look at the King of Water. This is someone here who's definitely at that crossroads in their life. It's an energy of coming together, getting together, going down this path. What about the Queen of Cups? Yeah, so you got opportunity. See, been there, done that with some of you. Yeah, some of you could even have multiple opportunities. But it's an energy of movement, gaining momentum. Yeah, this person sees opportunity with you. They're going to approach you. They're at a crossroads in their life. They are looking for the one, the right person. They're just kind of on the fence. Now, because of this energy, this person, quite honestly, because of the way the cards are, it's showing me something here, and my cards will do this for me, and this is sometimes why my readings can be difficult, because I look at that. I look at the direction the cards are facing. And you can clearly see, this is somebody here not budging or moving, but what I really see, now that I see this energy coming out, this person here is the one who's going to get themselves out there and walk away from someone who isn't budging, giving in, or stubborn, or they're not giving in to someone, because it has to do with the wand, focusing on the wand, the one. This person's coming in your direction. See, they've been there, done that. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it could show Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio energy as this King of Cups here. But this is someone who sees opportunity. See, they know a good thing when they see it. But it's also all these options. Some of you have options coming in as well. Yeah, I do see long-term stability. You know, I got to tell you, there's someplace close to you. It's either someplace public or someplace, a public place, maybe close to home. I always look for that too, to see where you might connect. Yeah, but this is definitely, it's somebody at a crossroads. They're leaving the path they were on. See, they're leaving it behind. They're getting ready to get out there. I feel this person knows you're available. But look at this energy of love, making choices. So some of you actually have choices. Now, it could be this person or this person too. Yeah, multiple opportunities. But you're moving towards stability. You're seeking the same thing as someone else, long-term stability. Someone who's a partner, someone who's there through thick and thin. This, yeah, and it does show this likely isn't the one. I see what it is. Yeah. Yeah, there's this energy of someone here who's longing for love, a little crush. I see a little aha moment. A little bit of enlightenment here, seeing the truth in a situation. You got someone new coming in here. Yeah, you got a person who wants to build. Yeah, they want to build. That shows a person who wants to build a solid foundation. That could be someone building a home in your neighborhood. They could be a builder. They could work on homes. I do see a business here as well. Some of you have work opportunities too. You have multiple work opportunities. Some of you are working with children. I see someone who's a caregiver. Yeah. And I see truth and the victory here. You're seeking the same thing another person's seeking. Yeah. I think the two of you are going to cross paths or come together, but this is two people going their separate ways. So it really could be this person going their separate ways and heading in your directions because they want to come together. Yeah. To me, it's just somebody who's not budging or giving in, win or lose. This person has a crush, a longing. They want to be with you. Yeah. And I think you're crushing on this person too. I mean, it could be an energy of somebody missing someone and they don't want to let go, but I say this is all about choosing the one, choosing one. If you had one to choose, which one would you choose if you have two? Yeah. Yeah. So someone here is getting rejected. Thanks, but no thanks. So it's a person moving on, been there, done that. It's an energy of someone who doesn't put in a lot of effort. It never goes the distance, or it never goes anywhere. So yeah, it is originally how I thought. Often it can be a little confusing. I have to really watch those energies when they come in. Let's see what the Empress has going on here. Yeah, see, comparing one to the other, nothing compares. Nothing compares to the one. And if it's someone comparing you to someone else, nothing compares. But I feel like it's the feminine, open. See, being open. Now, some of you, there could be a person here who's procrastinating a little bit, and I do see procrastination. It looks like the feminine. Yeah, comparing one to the other and nothing compares. So maybe you don't want to let go of this person. I mean, this is often someone who's charming, attractive, very masculine kind of energy. But this person's emotionally available. This is, yeah, it looks like someone's got choices, crossroad and choices to make. Tell me more about the King of Wands, King of Wands. Yeah, no, this has to do with somebody here taking off the pentacle. Someone is getting ready. This is someone who's been stuck. They're taking off the pentacle, so it is somebody getting themselves out there. But you can see this feminine energy comparing one to the other. Yeah, one is not the same as the other because we have someone going, thank you, but no thank you, I'm not interested. Yeah, there's going to be an ending. Someone's ending a situation. I think you're going to be the one to do this. You're going to end to this. I do see Scorpio. You're choosing. It's whoever comes in and puts their best foot forward, the one who builds the foundation. See, it's all about putting in effort. Someone here is not putting in any effort. This is the situation that's ending. Yeah, crossroads. A choice is being made, in other words. Tell me about the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, it has to do with someone putting in effort, someone who pulls their weight. So this is an energy of some of you got someone who's just not pulling their weight. They don't put in effort. You can't rely on them. See, anyone who won't take things to the next level, it only goes so far. It's often a person who won't commit. That's why I feel some of you are going to end this. Yeah. And it could be this person who had a choice between two. And it's possible they're the one holding on to something here. But like I say, someone is getting themselves out there. I think it's the feminine. Yeah, I feel the feminine's the one doing it. Yeah, but this is also coming out. Yeah, this is an energy of a single person. I think some of you are looking out for yourself, looking out for number one. Some of you are trying to decide if you just want to be single, to be honest. Yeah, I feel some of you are trying to, maybe I'll just stay single, right? Yeah. Don't procrastinate, though. Don't waste time. Don't sit on the fence, okay? If you want love, you have to go get it. You need to let go of this energy. That this could be somebody who's just keeping you stuck and single, right? Someone keeping you stuck and single. And if it isn't you, it could be this other person where the pentacles got to come off. In other words, then we have the Three of Pentacles going down a whole new path, choosing a whole new path. Weighing the pros and cons. One of these is not like the other, though. Yeah. I think it's showing me some of you are going to choose different than the other person. It all depends on your situation. Yeah, we got two people going to come together. You're going to cross paths with this person, but you're going to go down this path. I think some of you are going to choose the person who's just shows that they're emotionally available. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles. This is about making that commitment here. It's all about someone making the commitment, but it's all about movement because it's someone who's been keeping the other person stuck and single. See, they only go so far. Yeah. I feel the feminine's the one who's going to put an end to this. Yeah. See, that's all it takes is that moment where you say, thanks, but no thanks. I'm not interested. I feel like this is an energy where you're going to have a victory in doing this. Okay. Because you're going to connect with somebody here. And it is an energy of been there, done that. And now you've got new opportunity coming in. See, that's how you make it happen. When you stop letting someone keep you stuck and single and you get yourself out there. And you tell this person, thanks, but no thanks. I'm no longer interested. I'm interested in someone else. That's when things start to change, right? That's when these opportunities can start coming in. Yeah. See, been there, done that. See, not letting someone keep you in that energy, especially a person who's not reliable. They don't pull their weight. Yeah. And that's what I feel. This is energy of someone who just doesn't pull their weight. Around the house and home, they don't put any effort in. Someone who makes you do all the work. They're not, and it's a person who's not really there for you when you need them. They're not reliable. So it's telling you to look at all that energy. Yeah, and then when you do, all they do is have excuses. Yeah, the excuses, why they're not pulling their weight, why they're not... Yeah. Someone who makes the other person do all the work. They always have an excuse. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Some of you have been dealing with that too. Probably not everybody. Let's have a look at this Ten of Cups. I just want to see what comes out with the Ten of Cups. Someone getting themselves out there. Yeah. See, it's all about choosing the one. See, there's choices. I think you have a person who it's themselves being stuck and single. But if it is yourself, it all depends whether you're the masculine or feminine here. Okay, so if it's the feminine, Definitely what I just said, someone who doesn't pull their weight, you can't rely on them, and you have a new crush. This is where things start movement, opportunity comes in. But it's an energy of some of you are dealing with someone who always has excuses for everything. They don't pull their weight, but they always got the excuse, right? They have the story. So, but if you are the masculine and someone has been keeping you stuck and single, it's pretty much the same thing, except for you are the person putting yourself out there, and you're going to make an offer to start something with another person. You're going to build that foundation. You're taking off the pentacle, which means you're ready to go down a new path. And what you're seeing with this is you have someone here you don't have a lot in common with. They don't want to cooperate and compromise. They want everything their way. So you don't budge and give in, but you take the pentacle and you offer it to your person of choice here. Yeah, see two people choosing each other. You're both searching for the same thing, the right person. Someone who's there, someone who's reliable, stable. Yeah, we got two people who do not want to be single, except for one person here. I have not one, but there's some of you who are actually trying to decide if you just rather stay single because of this. Okay? Or you have choices and you're just going to stay single until the right person comes. You might not choose either one of these people. But there's the cup. Someone is offering up the cup. The cup runneth over. You're walking right towards this King of Pentacles, or this King of Water. This person who's available. You may, if you are the feminine, you may be offering them that cup. Yeah. Tell me more about the Empress. This just shows someone who's open and available. See, letting someone know that you're available. Empress. The Empress. Yeah, you're going to block somebody or push them away. You're going to stand up for yourself. Yeah, it's a person keeping you stuck and single. Yeah, and it could be something that's on and off, or they've got something on and off that you might find out the truth, that little aha moment. You might find out a truth here. It's often enlightenment. It's often a realization when you realize maybe you're not the only one. But like I say, you can choose here to walk away. Yeah, someone's no longer giving to the other person. Yeah, the person who's coming towards you is stable, grounded. They are someone who wants, they are planning, preparing. They look ahead. And the Queen of Pentacles just tried to come out too. So I see what's happening here. So what we have is two people who both want the same thing, a partner, someone who pulls their weight in the relationship, not someone who piles burdens upon the other person. Some of you have someone who will put all the the housework and things and all that onto the other person. Now, if you want that kind of thing, this person may be your person. But if you want to focus on work and you want to keep your life very balanced and you want someone who pulls their weight at home, they do some of the cooking, the cleaning, so you can achieve your own goals, basically. And that's what it is, acknowledging that there's things that you want to achieve. See, this is the person who will be the person for you then. And that Queen of Pentacles flipped right after this one. There it is. Yeah. See, some of you deal with someone who's always got excuses at why they can never pull their weight. Nobody needs someone who has excuses. That's a sad state of affairs. Yeah, but it's the King and Queen of Pentacles. You're about to be offered the cup. So it is somebody, so what we have is a King and Queen of Cups, a King and Queen of Pentacles. Two people searching for the same thing. Waiting for the right person. See, it's when you realize someone's going to stand up to someone here and push them away or block them. Yeah, and not budge and give in. But this other person who's coming in, they're the person who's going to lay the foundation. They want to make some sort of commitment. You're going to do things together, spend. See, it's a couple that work together, play together, stay together. So, yeah, the people who want the couple. That actually was sitting there with the Queen of Pentacles. I just waited. And it goes here. So this is an energy of reflecting on it, leaving this behind, but taking this other opportunity. Somebody here comes in too little too late too. That's why I feel this person's going to probably come in, but it's going to be too little too late, because you're going to, after this walking away, it's what you're seeking. And it's about being open. Nothing about this other person compares to this person. Why? Because they want the same as you. The couple that work together, play together, they do everything together. Basically joined at the hip. But it feels safe, it's secure, and it's stable. You can rely on this person to be there when you need them, financially and emotionally. So that's where you're headed, but it's up to you to decide. And it also depends whether you're masculine or feminine here. If you're a masculine, you may be, I don't know, but I do feel it's somebody definitely walking away from someone who's doing basically the same thing, keeping them stuck. So the masculine is the one who's offering the pentacles. So this is the masculine coming in. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, so I love this. See, doing things together, feelings being mutual. You're both releasing anything that no longer serves. Yeah, stuck, stubborn energy. But it is about a feeling of hope. I do feel this is, wow, this comes in fairly quickly too. This person generally not usually someone who moves quickly. But it's something that they want for sure here because they're very focused. Yeah, they're very focused. They're no longer giving to someone else. See, it's a crush along. He might give you a little gift or do something to show you they like you. It's not someone who wears their heart on their sleeve right away, but I feel this is somebody who wants this bad enough that I feel they're going to offer up that cup. They're ready for a fresh new start. This will go to the next level. I do see emotional connection. See, connecting on the emotional level first, friends first. You're going to be friends first with this person. They want the same thing. So it's about looking to see if you have, if you're compatible, if you get along. You're just going to spend a lot of time doing stuff. I see kind of living in the moment, having a really good time. I do see the energy of needing to be a little more playful, a little more flirty and playful. It may take a little bit of time. Yeah, whoever this person is, they're preparing, they're building. No, that's why I feel, is this somebody who's in your neighborhood working on their home, or they're building a home? But they want to build. They want to build. This is two people building together, though. See, by doing things together, building a house, a home, building a business, whatever it is. This is two people who lift each other up. They cooperate, compromise, there's compatibility. I do think this is two people acknowledging each other here, acknowledging what you both bring to the table. You both have skills. One person is really good at one thing, the other person's good at others, but you're lifting the burdens off each other's shoulders. That's what it's all about here. So this is a really nice energy. Cancer, masculine or feminine. I wouldn't be surprised feminine's dealing with someone who's a Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, another water sign. I do definitely see a Virgo energy. And Taurus is strong too. And then we have Aries, Leo, Sag. See, it's when you take that little moment. I feel for the feminine, some of you, this person just might not be your type. Like I feel like you might realize after, if this person comes in and you cross paths with this person, while this person's been keeping you stuck and single, you're going to probably have that realization. This person's just not the one. They're just not the right person for you. That little moment, right, where you have that realization, that moment of truth and clarity. Yeah, this is really interesting for you. A little different than, I can't remember what was up with you last week. I know there's been a lot of this on and off for some of you. Okay, but I do see a little procrastination, maybe both. But if you are comparing one to the other, or some of you are in that energy where you're kind of feeling like you need to protect yourself and thinking you'd just rather be single because of what's happened here, okay? Don't be afraid to get yourself out there again, because I do think friends first. In fact, I feel both people are like that. Let's just be friends first and see how we get along and do some stuff. Help each other out, maybe at each other's homes, just doing stuff. But there is a need for a little playful flirty. Yeah, some of you have definitely dealt with someone who doesn't want to work. They don't want to do anything. They always have excuses. They're not there. They're not reliable. Plain and simple. Yeah. And it could be, like I say, the person who is coming in. It could be the person comparing you to someone else, but like I say, I feel like it's the feminine. There's just nothing that compares. I mean, these are two people who share in everything, the responsibilities, the things that need to be done, the day-to-day life stuff. But they are two goal-oriented people. So if you are one of those people, see, being patient, tempering the passions, emotions, like a little test. See, it's sort of like a little test, and spend some time. But this is somebody who I feel probably fits within your social circle. See, one of these people just really isn't your type. I feel like it's going to have to be this King of Wands. Charming, attractive. Definitely there's desire, but it's all about what you're looking for, and that's what it's all about. See, when you walk away, it's no longer emotionally fulfilling. What are you looking for? And now's a really good time, because of the star, things are about to get real. Looking at the reality, figure out what it is that makes you happy. Because when this person comes in, I don't see this person, even though they are generally a slower energy, but if they don't have to be, it just shows stability. They could be a water sign. This person isn't going to be wasting a whole lot of time here, because they are someone who kind of looks ahead and visualizes being with someone, what it would like to live with someone, to be with them, to do all this stuff together, you see. So this is not somebody who's going to drag their feet. You're just going to spend time as friends first. You're going to make sure that you connect on the emotional level. I think it's really a lot of it about just getting your emotions, your needs met. So you both are two people who, it's about what you both want and need. I think you're really in alignment. See, the stars are aligning. I think you're just really going to be in alignment with this person, where you're just not with this other person. And it's not about their sign. It's not that. It's just they have excuses for everything. They don't want to, they may say, oh, I'm busy, I can't do this, I can't do that, but they're piling all the burdens on you, leaving you with all the work. This is someone who has domestic skills too. A masculine and feminine both have domestic skills. Both people like a comfortable home. They like a good meal. They enjoy each other's company. See, best friends. You don't really need anybody else. These two really don't, I'm telling you. They often keep their circles really small. So whoever this person is, I do think you're going to cross paths with them. I think at that point, that's when you make the decision that this other person just isn't right. Because once you experience this, you can never go back to that. Yeah, it does look like it's a new person too. But this is all about happiness. See, that's that moment of truth, the moment of clarity when you can see the truth. Yeah, this is two people who make each other happy. But really important to know what makes you happy first. If you, like I say, some of you might want this person. It all depends on your lifestyle, what it is you want. If you're somebody who wants to work and you have skills you want to put to use, you're still focusing on your financial stability, where that's important to you. You certainly don't want someone who leaves all the day-to-day chores to you. That goes both ways, masculine and feminine. There needs to be support. Because sometimes it's the feminine who's like that. They're not feeling very domestic. They just want to focus on work, right? So it all depends. Some people are going to go for that King of Wands. I can already see it, because they are somebody who will commit, but they're not somebody who is domestic. They don't want to deal with that. They want the other person to do it. Now, they may provide or they may not. Yeah. Yeah, see, there's that moment of truth, seeing things clearly. This is someone who'll speak truth regardless. I don't think they're up to anything horrible or anything. But this thing is, they might even just tell you, they're not afraid of commitment or anything. It's just they're not domestic. They don't want to do that. They want to focus on work, creative pursuits. They may do something creative for work. I don't know. They could be a musician or something like that. Like, who knows? I do think they're quite popular, the stars here, whatever it is this person does. But yeah, they're not, and they can come across as a little cold. They're very structured, strict. I do think they have self-discipline. So I don't think, it's not like they don't have money or anything. I don't see anything like that. But I do think they have a tendency to look out for themselves first and foremost, where you will be alone a lot. You'll have to look out for yourself or fend for yourself a lot. That's kind of what I see. So choose wisely. Take care. Bye for now.